So let's go back to the apprenticeship for
Yeah.
obviously young viewers. They want to know about that, especially even the older viewers. So cool. So you've enrolled yourself. So first day as an apprentice, what's going through your mind?
So I didn't get an apprenticeship straight away.
Yeah.
I just started college like everyone else and was just kind of hoping for an apprenticeship to land on my lap. So I was going to college 3 days a week or whatever it was, 100% attendance.
Okay.
I never took no
You're
days
serious
off.
then?
Yeah. No, I never messed about. Although I didn't really have no plan in mind or anything like that, I still would turn up every day.
That's good. And then once you was out on the field with whoever's teaching you, how did that go?
Well, yeah, I was like,
What was his name? Can you give us that scoop? Or?
just some guy called Andy.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're right, Andy.
Yeah, my experience being an apprentice was a wild one still. I was literally like public enemy number one.
Seriously?
I fell out with everybody. Within the first 3 or 4 days, the guy that I was working with first, he didn't want to work with me. So obviously I've gone for the job interview. You might actually want to touch on that, because that was our next.
Okay,
nice
job
story.
interview.
I'll just start from the beginning.
Yeah, job interview.
This is how
There's so many things I want to talk about.
This is how I got the apprenticeship.
Yeah.
I come out of prison, and Haringey Council, although I'm from Enfield, the borough, I'm from Edmonton, but my borough's Enfield,
Yeah.
they wanted an apprentice. So the probation service said to me, this is Enfield's probation service. They said, Haringey Council want an apprentice. So I said, okay. They was like, do you ever spend any time at any of your relatives' house in Haringey? And I said, yeah, I spent some time at my grandma's house on Turnpike Lane. So she was like, well, yeah, since you kind of spend time at your grandma's house, why don't you enroll for this job application? Innit? Yeah. So anyway, got the
How old was you? Because you said obviously you just left jail. So
I was 19. So I come out of prison when I was 18.
For how long?
What, was I in jail?
Yeah.
Just 2 months.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to 2 different prisons.
All right.
So came out when I was 18 and then just turned 19 the following month. So in the month of November, I think at the end, I went for the job interview as obviously electrical.
And what did you do, sorry? Like to get in jail, if you don't mind me asking.
Oh, yeah. Perverting the course of justice. But I actually cut off my tag and went to country.
Okay.
So
you
yeah.
kind of just living like that crazy.
Yeah. 2011, I can make a movie out of that year. My mum literally said to me at the end of 2011, let's hope next year's a good year.
And then you just made a 360 switch. Now you're doing electrics.
Yeah.
So got the apprenticeship through Haringey.
Yeah. So got the interview.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm from Edmonton. I was repping my area and I have little beef with people in different parts of Tottenham. When I saw the job interview, I was like, what? Are you serious? It was at Broadwater Farm Community Centre. I'm like, nah, this can't be right. Like, why would it even be there? You're not trying to get man fish or something. So anyway, I had to go and I had to make sure I was prepared. I don't know if this has been done in the history of the world, but I went into my mum's kitchen and brought something and put it in my bag. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
And I went for the job interview. So
you must have really wanted it then. You could have said, no, I don't want to go there. And I don't
yeah, for real.
So you actually... it shows that, you genuinely wanted to change.
Yeah. Because obviously I done something to someone on that estate. And if any of the youths just, what are you doing around here? Where you from? And that, there's no running. There's no running. You're on a big estate. You're not running. So yeah, I went for the job interview, got it because I was the only person going for it. If you don't get if you're the only person going for the job and you don't get it, you're on a joke thing. Yeah. So got the job and all I was thinking to myself, anyhow they find out what I got in this bag, is curtains. So anyway, got the job. So let's say the job interview was, I don't know, end of November and I ended up starting on like the 1st of December or the 5th of December and that. So just after like a week.
Okay,
or so.
cool. So, all right then. So you got the job. Now I want to know, working with your first electrician who's meant to teach you the trade. How did that go? What was his attitude towards you? And what was your attitude towards him?
Yeah, this guy was a big guy. Yeah. And there's certain people, they're big, but they're small on the inside.
Yeah.
So anyway, he was very like timid and that around one of the managers and that. So I was just like, okay, cool. I ain't gonna have no problems with this guy or whatever, innit? But as soon as we jumped in the van, it's like his whole demeanor switched. Cool, whatever, innit? Boom. I remember the first job I ever went to was on Gladstone Road in Wood Green. Went there, done some work or whatever, innit? And I remember he said to me, yeah, I need you to grab the ladder and the toolbox. I was like, all right, cool. But then he was just carrying a back box and a socket. So I'm like, what? Hold on a minute. This guy is massive. He's big as well. Split the load and that. So anyway, boom, left it. So anyway, that was happening for the next day or so. And I remember I went home and my mum's friend, female, came over. It's me, my mum, my stepdad, and my mum's friend in the kitchen. And they were asking, oh, how's the apprenticeship going? I was like, yeah, it's cool now, but this is the issue or whatever, innit? And then them being women, they were like, oh, no, this is unacceptable. Yeah. My stepdad said, listen, yeah, when you're the apprentice, you're the dog's body, which means you do all the crap jobs. But for some reason, I'm like, nah, I'm not having this. So anyway, I went into work the next day, and as we're driving to a job, we literally was driving towards Northumberland Park from Broadwater Farm. We're driving now down Lansdowne Road. Literally remember like it was yesterday. I said to him, whilst we stopped at the traffic lights, I wanted his full attention. I said to him, from now on, you carry all your own tools. He said, what? I said, from now on, you carry all your own tools. I don't know why I need to repeat myself. Yeah, I speak good English, yeah? Anyway, he's like, right, that's it. He done a U-E in the road, yeah? Drove me straight back towards Broadwater Farm, but we went to a cafe that one of the managers always hung out at on Lordship Lane. So yeah, he was like, oh, you're the apprentice and that, you know, you're supposed to do all the jobs. I'm not no donkey from Shrek. I literally said that. I said, I'm not donkey from Shrek. So yeah, from there on, I was just bouncing around working with different electricians and falling out.
Lucky
with them.
They kept you though.
Yeah.
To be honest,
I would fall out with every electrician because I'm not having it. You're not talking to me like I'm a damn fool or nothing like that.
It's a weird thing because in construction, it's like with my brain, it's like because I have like a few teams. If I feel like if a labourer said that, it's like I would respect it, but at the same time, my other brain is telling you're out.
Yeah.
So it's good that you actually managed to stay because, to be honest with you, I'd be gone.
Yeah,
I would have respected it. I'd have been like, do you know what? But because of that altercation, and you know how cliquey sometimes construction, you know how it is with the trades, no one would want you. You'd be the hot boy. No one wants to keep you in their van. And that's what I guess that's what happened. So you start bouncing everywhere.
That happened on the first week. Fourth day. Literally, it was Thursday, yeah? The second week I was there, I had a fight with someone. I ended up punching someone in their head. So, where we get our materials, we call it the stores. I think we called it the yard. Yeah, like a depot. There's this carpenter's mill where they chop wood up and that. So for some reason, they wanted me and two of the other apprentices to go in there and help out in the toilet area. Basically, I think the water heater, the element went on the water tank. So we had to go on top of the toilets and on top of the toilets building, like the roof, and fix the water heater element. Anyway, someone in the carpenter's mill decided to dash a piece of wood. So a piece of wood's come on the roof. So one of my colleagues picked it up and was like on a joke thing. Like, who threw it? I'm going to throw it back at you. Yeah. I didn't take that as a joke. I take that as a big disrespect. You're not throwing nothing at me. Anyway, I've jumped off, yeah, and just walked around. Who did it? Who threw it? Whatever, innit? So I walked up to one girl. She was like, I don't know. And walked up to one other guy. He's like, I don't know. Then afterwards, I was walking towards another guy. He's like, yeah, it was me. What? So anyway, I'm like, what are you talking to about? It was me. What? You're supposed to say sorry and that. So anyway, he's like, listen, yeah, don't come around here thinking you're the big man or whatever, innit? So anyway, I said to him, I'll meet you outside after work. He's like, what do you mean meet me outside after work? He's like, you know, everyone on this construction site thinks you're a CUNT. Yeah? I was like, all right, boom. Anyway, I can't remember what happened. Next thing I know,
how old was this guy? Sorry.
So he was about 26. I was 19. Yeah.
Okay.
All I remember is me and him were squaring up. I think I grabbed him. He grabbed me. I just remember I punched him in his head and then he fell on top of me. And then the rest of the people then was breaking up the altercation and that. But, yeah, and then from there, I remember.
Then what happened? Was you still at this job now?
Still at the job. They swept out. Listen, listen.
Why?
The stuff I used to get away with at work.
So they must have liked you then.
I ain't got a clue.
Because why are they keeping you?
I ain't got a clue. I was like I said, I was public enemy number one. The white people thought I was racist because I didn't want to speak to anyone. And the black people, they couldn't claim I was racist because we're the same color. They said, he thinks that he's better than us. No, I don't turn up to a new environment, try to be anyone's friend. So when I was in jail, I didn't care about mixing and mingling with other people. Yeah. There's certain men who want to convert to Islam and that because they're scared. Nah, I'm an atheist. I remember the imam come to my cell door. You know, do you want to come to the mosque? I'm all right. Certain man, they'll turn up, land on the wing. They'll get a feel of the environment and that and feel like it's get down or lay down. Nah. I'm not converting to no religion just because.
I think it just shows as well, like your nature is quite bold. You're authentic to yourself.
Yeah.
Which like I respect and I rate, because there's a lot of people that, you know, they're kind of like chameleons. You know, they will shift the way they are in certain environments, which it is a skill in a professional environment.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like truly yourself, then there has to be that split between like, you know, professionalism, but then also like being true to yourself.
Yeah.